transition been?
Yeah, nah, I'm really enjoying it so far. Everyone's made me feel really welcome. The other specialists in particular, they've really helped me settle in. Yes, class started the other day. Yeah, that's going really well, and I'm just loving everything at the moment. It's great.
Are you one of the, I guess there's a guy who sort of gets a lot of the Australian kickers over to the US. Were you part of that kind of wave?
I was, yeah, yep. So that's Nathan Chapman and John Smith at Pro Kick Australia, and I think there's close to maybe 50 or 60 playing Division 1 at the moment. So they do a fantastic job in preparing us to come over and talking us through like some challenges we may face and working us through all of that. So they do a great job, and yeah, there's a lot over here at the moment.
You played Australian rules football with Geelong.
I did.
Are there a lot of similarities, or are there a lot of differences in kicking in Australian football as opposed to punting?
In terms of kicking the spirals, that was an adjustment. So we grew up just kicking end over end, drop punts. So that's sort of what the transition is through pro kick, while we spend quite a bit of time there learning the techniques and getting comfortable and consistent with those. So I guess the technique of kicking the spirals is quite different. But yeah, as I said, pro kick does a really good job of walking us through that and getting us ready.
What made you want to come to FAU?
I guess the coaching staff had a lot to do with it. Like Coach Kiffin's got a great reputation, as you would know, for being a fantastic coach, and yeah, and Coach Fairman as well. He was fantastic through the whole process, and then of course the location and all those things come into it as well. I couldn't have asked for a better place to end up.
How different has the transition been from not only just in terms of football, but also culture-wise, shifting from Australia to the US? And I mean,
yeah, I guess
definitely different cultures. So.
It is quite different. The guys are really hyped up all the time, so I tend to be out on the outer a bit there. I'm a bit quiet. I keep to myself a little bit, but it's really funny to watch. The guys are very entertaining. I've enjoyed it.
What made you want to play American football and be a punter? And was it always a punter that you wanted to be, or did you want to be?
Well, growing up kicking my whole life, I've sort of started playing Australian rules when I was probably 4 or 5 years old. So I've been kicking from a really young age. I probably started following American football when I was about 13, 14. I've always loved watching it. I guess I didn't really know if it was a realistic option until probably last year, when I was sort of finishing up in the AFL system, and I had contacted Pro Kick without really knowing what was going to come of it. But yeah, they just got me really excited about the idea, and yeah, as I said, just growing up always kicking, I thought it would just be a great opportunity to sort of use those skills I've been developing my whole life.
And now it seems like, did you expect that you were going to come over here and right away? It seems like you're going to be thrust into doing all this stuff now.
I mean, that was the goal. I've been given a fantastic opportunity, and yeah, my goal from the outset was to just try to come over and work as hard as I can, do the best that I can to get respect from my teammates and coaches, and the goal all along was to try to win that job.
What's your confidence level, or won't you really know the answer to that until you get an actual game?
I guess so. I'm getting more and more comfortable. They're doing a good job of giving me a lot of opportunities to, in practice, to put me through different scenarios, and I'm starting to get comfortable with the guys, and yeah, I'm starting to get very excited now. It's not long at all, so I'm really looking forward to that first game.
How about holding for field goals? Is that something new for you?
Yeah, we do work through those at Pro Kick as well, but it is quite different with everything happening around you, and we don't have snappers down, like we just throw it in, like we use jugs machines and those, so we do get a good taste of it, but yeah, it can be quite different with everything happening around you, so that's one thing we're going to spend a lot of time working on, just getting comfortable with Lad and Aaron, so we're all comfortable with each other and ready to go.
Are there any like professional or even other college punters that you kind of look up to or had look up to when you kind of started to maybe make that transition into American football?
I think, yeah, definitely there's been a lot of guys before me, and they've sort of paved the way. They're the ones that have really opened up this opportunity for the next lot of Australians to come through. I guess some of the earlier guys that have done really well, like some Ray Guy winners like Tom Hackett and Mitch Wisniewski and those sort of guys, they've really paved the way and opened up the door for us. So I do follow those guys really closely and look up to what they've been able to do. I was fortunate enough to spend some time with Cameron Johnson when he was back in Australia. He was a really good guy to learn off. He gave a lot of time for us guys that were coming through and showing us a few things. So he was a really good one to learn off as well. And yeah, I do watch those guys really closely, and it's amazing what they've been able to do.
How different is the pace of the game between American and Aussie football? Because a lot of Americans don't really watch Aussie football.